Okay, we are now live. I'm going to jump back over to Zoom where I can see all of you guys again in case y'all need to comment, and we will get this party started. This workshop is titled New Year Wisdom with Christy Bigham. That kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Okay, we are now live. Well, I better jump back over to Zoom. Hang on tight. Here we go again. Okay, now I'm there. I want to see the chat screen, so if y'all have any chats, we can talk. Okay, perfect. So welcome, New Year Wisdom with Christy. This workshop is going to last at most 30 minutes. My goal is to get off a little bit before so we can start the next workshop. We are recording for future use, so whether you're watching this now live and in person or you're watching it in the future, my goal is to help you wrap your brain around the new year and how to get started right. My goal is also to help you understand all of the basic programs that you have in front of you to help you be excited about your business. So let's start by a quote from Mary Kay Ash. Mary Kay Ash always said, "Many a race is won by the starting gate or at the starting gate." And if you think about that, have you ever watched a horse race? I've watched a few, not too many, but you know, the horse that gets out of the gate first, or the person that's on the track field that gets off that starting block first, they have that advantage, don't they? And so I want you to think about your new year. If you're a seasoned consultant, some of you watching are seasoned consultants. This is the year to really understand the programs and have your best year ever. Some of you that are watching are brand new, and you may have just finished our old year and thought, what just happened? I don't understand anything that just happened. And so today I hope to help you get your brain wrapped around it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top, the yearly recognition, and we're going to work our way downward and help you see all of the wonderful things. So let's start with the big picture, okay, for the year. You are a part of a national area. Your national area is the Roxanne McInroe Braveheart National Area. Hopefully you've had the privilege of meeting Roxanne on a Zoom or in person by now. If you haven't, you will get that opportunity in the future as we have future gatherings together. So everything we do puts us into her national area and helps us to shine as a national area. We are a gold circle national area right now at this moment, and we're always working to achieve higher. So Roxanne's goal this year is to be a diamond circle national area. What does that mean? That basically means that we go from 150,000 in commissions on her part to 200,000. And isn't that exciting to know that a national sales director makes that much?
There you go. Okay.
I'm going to just mute for just a second. Or if you just joined us, if you'll mute, that'll be awesome. And so that's the big picture as our national area. Make sure I got that muted. Let's see. I think you're muted now. Good job. So then the next big picture is the unit that you belong to. You have a sales director in that national area. It's either myself, or it's Mindy Gray, or it's Lonnie Marie Eads, or it's Jennifer Collier, or it's Dee Russell. You have a sales director, and everything that we do as a team helps that unit play on the stage for a unit circle. A unit circle. Those unit circles start with recognition at the $200,000 level, but the big recognition on stage starts at the $300,000 level. So everything you do helps your unit to earn what's called a unit club. I'll give you an example. This year, the Christy Bigham unit just finished the $800,000 Circle of Excellence Unit Club. So when you hear those words, that's what that means. Now, the next thing new people have asked me as soon as this week is, what does that mean for me? Well, we were just talking about it before we started recording, right, my friends that were on with me? When you are a top performing unit and your unit achieves those milestones, when we go to seminar in Dallas, it affects where your seating is. That may be kind of a silly thing to you, but we were just talking about it's a big deal, right? And so I want you to know that when you're a part and you help your team achieve that unit club, your seating's better, your recognition is exciting, and you're showing up on the scoreboard as a team. So we've gone from the national area down to the unit. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is what's called the court of sales. So if you're taking notes, this is where it starts affecting you and prizes for you, okay? Write down on your paper, court of sales. In 1 year seminar time, we have a court of sales, and we have the national court of sales. Write that first, national court of sales. That's not to be confused with your national sales director. That means the whole national company of Mary Kay. When I say she did the national court of sales, otherwise known as the Queen's Court of Sales. That's the whole company of Mary Kay. Right below that, we have the Princess Court of Sales. Go ahead and write that on your paper, Princess Court of Sales. And that's with your national sales director, Roxanne McInroe. Okay, and you get recognized at her level. And then we have what's called the Unit Court of Sales, and that is with your sales director, and you're achieving that. The great thing about any of those courts of sales is there's not just one person who can earn the court. Now, there's one person who can be the queen. That's the #1 spot. But there's not one person that can earn the court. If you do the work, and I'm about to tell you what the work is, you are on the court, whether it's the national court, the Princess Court, or your unit court. Okay, so now out beside National Court of Sales, I want you to write 40,000 retail. 40,000 retail. That means it takes 40,000 in retail orders to the company from you to achieve the court. 40,000 retail. Okay, y'all already, if you're new, you probably already understand the difference between retail and wholesale, but I'm not going to assume you do. That means what's half of that? Half of that is 20,000 wholesale. 20,000 wholesale. So 20,000 wholesale orders puts you on the National Court of Sales. Break that down. Now, right out beside that, that's $1,667 a month on average that you order wholesale to achieve that. If you did the same thing every month, it would be $1,667 to achieve that. What do you win? You win one of the diamond pieces, diamond and gold jewelry pieces that Mary Kay offers, and every year they're different. You saw on last night's unit awards what the women earned this past year, but to see what they earned this year, you can look on Mary Kay in Touch for Queen's Court of Sales, and you can see your choices. If you don't want jewelry, you can take $500 cash instead. Okay, now let's break it down even further. Here's one of my Court of Sales rings. I put on all my rings today. Y'all, look at that. Isn't that fun? Except I have one that's kind of damaged. I need that fixed. Oh, I'm not meaning to give y'all the finger. That's not very nice of me. It's this one. See, it's got the diamonds on the side and it's got a gemstone. See how pretty that is? So beautiful pieces. And the other fun thing is it's not just the jewelry, but you get to be in that beautiful evening gown and go across the big stage at Mary Kay National. This year, we're not doing that because of the virus, but Mary Kay will still celebrate those wonderful winners somehow on the virtual seminar. We'll find out what it's like. I can't wait to see. But they will be celebrated in some way on that virtual, and they will get their diamond piece mailed to them. Okay, now next thing, before we go down to the next level, I want to remind you all that this year, Mary Kay gave us double credit. And they didn't just give us double credit once, they gave us double credit twice. That meant if you weren't in the company when they did that this past year, they meant that they took everything you ordered in that month up to a certain limit and they counted it twice. They counted it twice. That is a gift from Mary Kay when they do that because it gets you that much closer to the finish line, to finish your goal. So this new year, if they do that, let me tell you, you do everything you can to snag as much of that double credit as possible because it gets you that much closer. And if you're competitive and you want to run for the #1 in your unit or the #1 in Roxanne's area, or even the #1 of the whole company and be the big queen, then you want to not just maximize it, but it's who doesn't maximize it that gets behind. I'll give you an example. This past year, I had all of my hot shots. They were working, and boom, double credit came last fall. And I had a new girl come in, and she was nowhere near where they were. But she maximized the double credit and she started her business. And some of the hot shots that were seasoned did not maximize the double credit. And what did that make her do? She bypassed them just because she did double credit. So double credit doesn't just get you ahead, it keeps you from getting behind. Okay, so that's a lesson learned. I don't know if they'll do double credit again, but if they do, now you know, you got your head wrapped around it, right?
Okay, before we go down to, let's also talk about the fact that many erases one from the starting gate. That means you can't snooze in July. You can't go, phew, I'm gonna rest for a while. You gotta be selling in July. This business is not about ordering. This business is about selling and ordering, okay? And so what can you do in July to have the biggest number on your scoreboard because you're selling? And keep in mind, if you were in the company this past May, whatever you did in May, they gave us at the starting gate for July. So you already have something on the scoreboard, but don't just rest on that. Let that be icing on your cake. So have a really strong selling July, and then take what you did in May, and then you're going to have a powerful starting month. Okay, so that's going to get you closer to that goal if you want it. So we've talked about the national court. Let's now go down to the next one. Our national sales director, Roxanne McInroe, the Princess Court. Write this down. To achieve her court, it's 20,000 retail in a year. 20,000 in retail orders in a year. And out beside that, you are getting the drill, is half of that. That means 10,000 wholesale that you order in 1 year. Keeping in mind, we're going to cross our fingers that there's some double credit, right? We can't be promised of that, but it wouldn't surprise me. All right, just wouldn't surprise me. So if you think, oh, I can't even do that, what if you had some double credit? Then could you do it? So don't get behind in case they do double credit, right? So 10,000 wholesale is how much a month? That is $833 a month in wholesale orders for you. That is $833 a month on average. So if you've been that girl that's been chasing the $600 club for a while, and you know the $600 club always gives us some fun jewelry from Mary Kay every month. This last year it was the bee jewelry. This new year it's going to be the Ignite the Spark jewelry. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm personally excited that it's not bee jewelry anymore. I was like, I got enough bee jewelry to fly away, even though I loved it. I'm excited it's going to be different this year. And so if you've been the girl that's been chasing that $600 club and doing a really steady job at getting your jewelry, girl, bump it up this year to $833 on average per month. And you'll find yourself on Roxanne's court. So let's picture this for a minute. When we go to seminar next year, because we're going to be done with this virus, let's hope, you'll go across her stage. She'll give you a gift. And it's not about it being some lavishly expensive gift. It's about you get to do it and others maybe don't. And it's a fun, fabulous gift. Okay. And I don't know what it is because she always surprises us, but she does the best gifts. This year, you haven't even seen her awards yet. You saw mine last night, right? So hers will be at the end of this month on Monday, the 26th or 7th, whichever that Monday is. And it's going to be special as well. So we'll see those ladies who achieved that. All right, let's go down one more. Right below Roxanne's Princess Court is what? It's the unit court. And you are on your unit court of sales when you do 15,000 retail. So write that down, 15,000 retail in 1 year, which half of that is 7,000 and some change, right? So every month, in order to do your unit court, you need to do on average $625 a month. $625 a month. If you will chase the jewelry prize every month, and don't just stop at 600, give yourself a little higher, 625, 630, 650, shoot for that, you will land yourself on the unit club next year. So like I personally just mailed out all of the gifts for my unit. I know Lonnie and Mindy and Jennifer and Dee, they're sending out theirs if they haven't already. And all of our gifts are different, but when you hit that court, you get a gift from us. And under a normal year, you go across our fun stage to receive that. But this year, you saw last night what that looked like. Everybody's picture was on the screen, and we did the countdown for each unit. Anybody that did 15,000 was in the countdown, right? You got to be at 15,000 to be in that countdown next year. And we went all the way up to the number 3, then the runner up, and then we crowned the number 1, which is the queen of the unit. Or in my unit last night, it was the king of the unit. So Mindy has a queen. Jennifer has a queen. Dee has a queen. Who am I leaving out? Mindy, Jennifer, Dee. Lonnie has a queen. And then my unit has a queen. Y'all get the idea? Okay, we're going to move right along. Thank you for joining us, whoever just joined us. I'm going to just mute so that we don't have any background noise. Awesome. So we took it from the top and we're working our way down. Now let's talk about the court of sharing. The court of sharing is the most important because that's how you grow your future, y'all. Your selling money is your today money. Your sharing and your team building is your big girl money. It is where you can quit a job someday if you want to quit a job someday and just do Mary Kay full time. So let's talk about the court of sharing. There's the National Court of Sharing. That's the whole Mary Kay National Court. Then there's the Princess Court. That's Roxanne's recognition, our national sales director. And then there's your unit court of sharing. Here's how it works. 24 qualified puts you on the national court and you earn the diamond bumblebee of your choice. I chose the diamond bumblebee ring. You can no longer do the ring, it's gone, but you can do the pin or you can do the bracelet that you get bees all over. It's so beautiful and it's real diamonds, you guys. Super fun, okay? So 24 qualified, 24 great start qualified. Y'all write that on your paper. Now you're saying, what is qualified? What is great start qualified? Let's hit that. Great start qualified means your team member that you recruited did at least $600 in wholesale orders during her great start period. Do you want to write that down? She did 600 wholesale in orders during her great start period. When is her great start period, you ask? It's the month she signed up plus the 3 months after, plus the 3 months after. So she really has 3+ months to make that happen. Some of your team members are going to come in with a qualified order or a star order or full inventory, depending on their goals and their needs. Others may not. Your job as their recruiter and my job and your director's job as their director is to help them get there as they're building their business. So it all depends on that recruit. Some start qualified, some have to build to qualified. Okay, I still hear a little background noise. Let me see. Okay, I think I got y'all muted. Am I big on the screen, by the way? Can y'all give me a nod? Okay, good. I didn't want it to be little pictures. I want it to be big where you can see my passion here, right? Okay, so y'all got the qualified 24. So break that down. That really you think, okay, that's 2 a month. I can do that. But wisdom from a seasoned director that watches, 2 a month won't get you there because all of your 2 are not going to be qualified. Some people that you bring in are going to be real excited at first, and then maybe they get a little gun shy or they get maybe life happens. And so don't count on it just being 2 a month. I would encourage you to race for a medal every month. We'll talk more about medals in a minute, but that means 3 for a bronze medal, 4 for a silver medal, or 5 new people that you bring in for a gold medal. If you really want that to be your goal, race for a medal every month. Okay, now after the national court, we have the Princess Court. That's Roxanne, our national sales director. You need 12 qualified. You need 12 qualified to go across her stage next year. And then after that is 6 qualified. That is for your unit, for the Mindy unit, the Lonnie, the Dee, the Jennifer, or the Christy unit. You need 6 qualified. Okay. Good news, this year Mary Kay announced a special award called the Bedazzle Award. It's brand new and it's for any unit that does 50 qualified in a year. 50 qualified in a year. That means if 2 of you in one unit did 24 and 24 to get the national court, boom, that unit is going to be right there knocking on the door of the 50. And I know that your sales director has some big things planned. This year, we have decided that anybody that helps us achieve the Bedazzled with 50 qualified as a unit this seminar year, when we go to seminar in Dallas next year, we're going to pay for a spa day for all of the recruiters that made it happen. That means after we're retired from seminar, we're going to relax and we're going to have a spa day together. Can you get excited? So race to get your bumblebee and be a part of the Bedazzled challenge for the unit. Okay, let's move on. We talked about the big picture, right? You're following me. We've got our national sales director and what she's working for. We've got your unit and what you're working for. Now we've talked about the court of sales and the court of sharing. Now let's move into quarterly programs. Quarterly programs. And again, what did Mary Kay say before we move into the quarterly program? She said many a race is won at the starting gate. So again, if you want any of those things for your year this year, don't sit on your laurels in July. Sell in July. Talk to people about the business in July. plug into our Peek into Pink events on Thursday nights in July. This year, your people can win a Kate Spade handbag instead of the Apple Watch. Every month, a Kate Spade handbag will be given away for the whole big girl area, okay? And that's just when they plug in to Peek into Pink. So, all right, let's go quarterly now for a minute. We've got the year. Now we're going to go to quarter. There's 4 quarters in a year. There's 4 quarters in a year, okay? And so we have the star quarters. New people, let's write down those dates so you can learn to memorize them like the rest of us. We started the new quarter on June 16th. Write that down. Kind of weird. June 16th because it was in last year's seminar year. Kind of weird, but it runs all the way until September 15th. June 16th to September 15th is quarter 1. That's where you want to be your first quarter of star because there's a 4-quarter star program. We showed the pictures last night of the Ted Baker handbags that you can earn when you're a 4-quarter star. That means you can't miss the first quarter. So many a race is won at the first quarter. You got to be a star. And to be a star, you want to do 1,800 wholesale in the quarter. 1,800 wholesale from June 16th to September 15th. Okay? And Sapphire Star, if you're new, is 1,800 wholesale. Then we go up to Ruby Star, 2,400 wholesale. Write that down if you're new. Then we go to, after Ruby, we go to Diamond, and that's 3,000 wholesale. And then we go to Emerald, and that's 3,600 wholesale in a quarter. And then we go to Pearl, and that's 4,200 wholesale in a quarter. Okay, you remember how we break it down? If you just want to be a sapphire, you want to get in the habit of chasing that monthly jewelry because it's a little over 600 a month in wholesale orders that will always make you a star if you don't miss that. If you get behind in 1 month, then you just do a little more in the next month to hit 1,800 wholesale. And the reason I say it's a little more than 600, if you did the math, it's exactly 600, but you're going to have some expenses that you want to take out of some of that. And so shoot for 650 a month or 700 a month to make sure you're always a star consultant. If you want to be a Ruby Star, it's more like 800 a month, 800 plus a month. And your sales director probably is going to have incentives for when you race for the 600 club and when you race for the 800 club and beyond. If you want to be a Diamond Star, it's about 1,000 a month that you're ordering. I know that sounds huge to some of you. I remember when it sounded huge to me. And then as I started really doing lots of faces, it was nothing for me to be ordering 1,500 a month, okay? And then if you want to be a Emerald Star, that's 1,200 a month you'll want to be ordering, get in the habit of that. And then if you want to be a Pearl Star, it's 1,400 a month that you'll want to be ordering. Okay, so many a race is won at the starting of the quarter. So let's talk about that 4-quarter program again. In order to get that Ted Baker handbag at the end of the year, you're going to have to go to seminar. You do have to go to seminar to get it. So make sure you're making plans to go to seminar with us next year when the virus is gone, right? Cross our fingers, okay? And make sure that you don't miss a star quarter, but the bags get better the higher your star. So shoot for Ruby or Diamond or Emerald and try to stretch yourself. If you've always been a Sapphire, shoot for Ruby. If you've always been a Ruby, shoot for the next one, okay? So that's the Star Quarterly program. What do you get for being a star, my new friends? You get found on the internet when people are looking for referrals. You get a prize from the prize brochure. Do y'all see the chandelier behind me? That was the super certificates that you can get when you're a Pearl Star and higher, or maybe there's even some at the Emerald level. You get a super certificate. I saved several of those. It's about a $1,500 chandelier. I got it from Mary Kay, you guys. Isn't it fun? And then there's some, those vases way up high. Do you see those kind of yellow vases? They were a star prize as well. And do you see those canisters on my coffee table? Those were a star prize as well. So you get a fabulous prize. So you get found on the internet with referrals when people are looking, you get a star prize, and you get recognition at the local quarterly event or right now the Zoom quarterly event. Okay, enough said about that. I've got 6 minutes to continue on. Let's talk now about the Great Start program. If you're new and you're still in your first 3+ months, you're still in your Great Start period. Remember I said earlier, your Great Start period is the month you start plus the 3 months after. Okay, so if you started last month, let's say in June, your Great Start period ends the end of September. You want to race during that Great Start period if that's you. If that's not you and you recruit a new team member, you want to know this so you can help them race. The more they order, and every time they hit a $600 cumulative wholesale order, they get another free bundle to add to their store, which really helps you get to a full store faster. More importantly, when they add a qualified team member that also is Great Start qualified, they get 2 free bundles. 2 free bundles. That really helps their store build up. So don't forget that. And of course, they also get, and everyone gets, a $50 team building bonus with each qualified team member, whether you're in your Great Start period or whether you're not. So Great Start is super important to understand. Any of these programs I'm talking about, by the way, if you're taking down your notes, Google those, or not Google those, search those on Mary Kate in Touch and read a little bit more about them. Also, the Great Start magazine or the Start Something Beautiful that comes in the starter kit, if you got the full starter kit, at the back, my friends, it has this little glossary. It has this glossary, I'll say it again, legal, business, and tax considerations, and a glossary, I know it's in here, of like what it means, all these lingo things that I'm saying. The ABCs of Mary Kay, there it is, the ABCs of Mary Kay. So it's got active status, qualified, career conference, seminar. When you want to know what some of that lingo means, man, your glossary is a good help. All right, so now let's break it down to the monthly. We've got 3 minutes left. The monthly promotions that you're going to run after are this. From the company, it's the jewelry promotion. Last year, it was the bee promotion. This year, it's the Ignite the Spark. I keep forgetting what it's called. Let me look at my notes. Spark a chain reaction. That's the theme. So every piece of jewelry, be it earrings, be it bracelets, be it necklace, is going to be something with a spark. I cannot wait to see all of them. You've already seen the first pair. They're real kind of pointy and kind of contemporary looking. I love them. And so you want to really race for that at the $600 club every month. Your sales director, be it Mindy or Lonnie or Christy or Dee or Jennifer, will probably also do a monthly promotion as well. And so pay attention to what that is. And that doesn't mean, my friends, just order to get the prize. That means set a goal and say, I want that prize. What can I do to get it? Duh, I'm going to put some product on faces. And some of our other workshops tonight and tomorrow will teach you how to wrap your brain around that as well, so that you can be a master seller this year. Also, every month, there is the medal program. I said I would elaborate on that in a minute. Let's say it again. The medals is the bronze medal first, and that's 3 new team members on your team. Whether they order or don't, you are a bronze medalist when you add 3 new people. Make that a goal. That would be huge if you could do that month in and month out. And then there's the silver medal with 4, and then there's the gold medal with 5. Each director does a little something different for their medal program. So ask your sales director, what is your medal program? I want a medal every month. I want that to be my goal. When you do that, you are going to be building a team, which means your future income is popping, okay? Also, regarding the monthly program, the Power Start and the Perfect Start happens every single month. And so a Power Start is putting product on 30 faces. We had a director call today, and we are counting any face you do as a face. You don't have to send them samples to get them counted as a face. If you send them samples, they count. If you just do a trunk show on virtual, they count as a face if they are there watching. If you do the Skin Analyzer app with them and you have proof that you did it, they count as a face. So now more than ever, you can achieve a Power Start because we can do it without having to do facials right now. So how many faces will you do? Go for a 30 face Power Start. Or a Perfect Start is a 15 face in a month. Some directors limit it to 15 days. Ask your director what she feels about that. I personally do 15 faces in a month or 30 faces in a month. Race for that, okay? And then last but not least, your entire national area after today's conference call is going to be talking about Team 2000 and above. As you begin to build your team, we want to teach you to track your team. And at team 2,000 and above, you will find yourself getting recognition from your sales director, recognition from your national sales director, and possibly even some great prizes. If you're in my unit, your great prizes are already listed on your tracking sheet. And so make sure you get excited and committed to filling out that tracking sheet every month so that you can get the recognition. But more importantly, a tracking sheet is not just for recognition. It has been said, attract number grows. Attract number grows. So if you want to grow in the new seminar year 2021, track your progress, track all of these programs that I just wrote down, and success will be in front of you. Keep racing that race. It's going to be an amazing year, and I'm going to finish our recording. Bye, everybody.